Hello engineers, welcome back to Engineering Design Simplified. Today I am going to discuss position and displacement analysis of inline slider crank mechanism. Here is a typical inline slider crank mechanism with fixed link length L4, crank L2, coupler L3 and C is the slider. So angle between L4 and L2 is theta 2, angle between L2 and L3 is gamma, angle between L3 and L4 is theta 3. In the next slide, let us see how to derive equations for position of the slider. Let us draw a triangle ABC with lengths L2, L3 and L4, angles theta 2, gamma and theta 3. From this triangle, the vertical components can be written as L2 sin theta 2 plus L3 sin theta 3 equal to 0. L2 sin theta 2 plus L3 sin theta 3 equal to 0. Let us call that equation number 1. Equation number 1 can be written as sin theta 3 equal to minus L2 by L3 into sin theta 2. Let us call that equation number 2. From the same triangle, the horizontal components can be written as L4 minus L2 cos theta 2 minus L3 cos theta 3 equal to 0. Let us call that equation number 3. Equation number 3 can be written as L4 minus L2 cos theta 2 equal to L3 cos theta 3. Let us call that equation number 4. Or it can also be written as L4 equal to L2 cos theta 2 plus L3 cos theta 3. That is length L4 in terms of L2 and L3 and theta 2 and theta 3. From trigonometry, we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. That is cos theta equal to plus minus square root of 1 minus sin square theta. Let us apply this in equation number 2. Equation number 2 is sin theta 3 equal to minus L2 by L3 into sin theta 2. So we square that both sides, we get sin square theta 3 equal to L2 square by L3 square into sin square theta 2. Let us write as 1 minus sin square theta 3. 1 minus sin square theta 3 equal to 1 minus L2 square by L3 square into sin square theta 2. Now from 1 minus sin square theta 3 equal to 1 minus L2 square by L3 square into sin square theta 2, let us square root them. We get square root of 1 minus sin square theta 3 equal to 1 by L3 into square root of L3 square minus L2 square into sin square theta 2. So we know that from previous slide 1 minus sin square theta 3 equal to cos theta 3. So cos theta 3 will become plus minus 1 by L3 into square root of L3 square minus L2 square sin square theta 2. Let us take only positive root. Positive root is applicable only when slider is on the right hand side of the crank, and negative root can be used when the slider is on the left hand side of the crank. So in our case slider is on the right hand side of the crank. So let us take only positive root. So cos theta 3 will become 1 by L3 into square root of L3 square minus L2 square into sin square theta 2. Let us call this equation number 6. Now we have equation 6 as cos theta 3 equal to 1 by L3 into square root of L3 square minus L2 square into sin square theta 2. Let us substitute equation 6 in equation number 5, that is horizontal components. So we get L4 equal to L2 cos theta 2 plus L3 by L3 into square root of L3 square minus L2 square into sin square theta 2. So L3 and L3 get cancelled. So we get finally L4 equal to L2 cos theta 2 plus square root of L3 square minus L2 square into sin square theta 2. This is the equation to find position of the slider when L2, L3 and theta 2 are given. Now let us see how to find angle gamma. So from this triangle ABC, let us apply cosine rule. L4 square equal to L2 square plus L3 square minus 2L2 L3 cos gamma. Let us call that equation 7. From this equation 7 we can find gamma. Gamma equal to cos inverse L2 square plus L3 square minus L4 square divided by 2L2 L3. Let us call that equation number 8. So from this same equation 7 we can find slider position as a function of L2, L3 and gamma. So L4 equal to square root of L2 square plus L3 square minus 2L2 L3 cos gamma. Let us call that equation number 9. In the previous slides, we derived two different equations to find slider position. First one was L4 as a function of L2, L3 and theta 2. Second one was L4 as a function of L2, L3 and gamma. Now let us find maximum and minimum positions of slider. Maximum position of slider will occur when theta 2 equal to 0. So L4 max equal to L2 plus L3. Now minimum position will occur when theta 2 is 180 degrees. So in that case L4 equal to L3 minus L2. Now the displacement is L max minus L minimum. Now let us solve a problem. Here we have L2 equal to 19.05 millimeter, L3 equal to 50.8 millimeter. For angle 0 to 360 degrees, let us calculate slider position. So in the first column we have crank angle 0 to 360 degrees. In the second column, slider position is calculated as function of L2, L3 and theta 2. So at 0 degrees we have maximum position 69.85 mm. At 180 degrees we have minimum position 31.75 millimeter. Again at 360 we have 69.85 millimeter. Let us plot that in a graph. So in this graph, on the vertical axis we have slider position. On the horizontal axis we have crank angle. So at 0 degrees we have maximum position, at 180 minimum position, and at 360 again it will be maximum position. In this slide, let us calculate slider displacement. Slider displacement can be calculated as L max minus L theta 2. L theta 2 is position of the slider at a given angle. So we get at 0 degrees displacement is 0, that is when slider is at maximum position. At 180 degrees displacement is maximum, that is when L4 is L minimum, that equal to 38.10 millimeter. Again at 360 degrees we have 0 displacement. So let us plot that on a graph. On the vertical axis we have slider displacement. On the horizontal axis we have crank angle 0 to 360. So at 0 angle we have displacement as 0. It increases and it will be maximum at 180 degrees, and it again comes back to 0 at 360 degrees. So this is how we do position and displacement analysis of an inline slider crank mechanism using algebraic equations. Very simple method. In the coming videos, I am going to do velocity, acceleration and force analysis of inline slider crank mechanism. If you like this content, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.